Welcome, Chris here. Excited to have you here. When I first started my copywriting journey, I kept hearing, you don't need a degree to do this, right? That always stuck with me, but I wanted to dive deeper into why having a skill is more valuable than having a degree. Side note, right? If your degree helps with your skill, you're in a great position. But at the end of the day, no one really cares about your credentials. They care more about the results that you can generate for them, right? So, that might be tough to hear. It was for me, but in the real world, it's not about what's on your resume. It's really about what can you really do for them. So, in today's video, we're breaking down why skills matter more than degrees, how to get results fast, and why focusing on moving the needle is key to your success. So, let's get into it. A degree doesn't guarantee anything, right? The market doesn't care about where you studied, where you're from, what your diploma is about. The only thing they really care about is whether or not you can solve their problem and provide the value, right? So, can you help can you help a business grow? Can you improve conversions? Can you increase engagement? Can you drive them more sales, right? Can you make them more money at the end of the day? No, the more valuable you can become doing these things, the more in demand you'll be. So, how do you actually build this skill or a skill that matters to them? And that's all about practicing, applying yourself, and just getting results, right? So, working on your craft every single day, learning from your mistakes, learning from your wins, and then just getting experience, even if that means you have to start out for free. And that will bring me to my next point right now, right? If you want to grow fast, you need results, right? Duh. But real proof, to really show what you're doing, you kind of have to put yourself out there and really allow yourself to kind of do some grunt work or free work, right? So when you're starting out, do this. Look around your network, right? Friends, family, coworkers, anybody who owns a business that you could help, right? If you have, someone like me, right? For myself example, I didn't have friends, family, coworkers that had any sort of businesses. So what I did is I reached out to local businesses, walked in, went to the farmers market, just held conversations with them and just asked them if they needed any help with their marketing, with emails, with anything, right? Um, this is the most important part, right? It's just finding the opportunity to hold that conversation, right? And then be willing to work for free at the beginning, right? I know this may sound counterintuitive, but this is why it works, right? You gain experience without the pressure of really charging. You build the confidence in your skill by working with them and applying everything that you've been learning. And then once you generate results, you create a case study and testimonial based on those results, right? And that will make it easier for you to start landing clients in the future, right? For example, I worked for a client for free. I reached out to them. I said, hey, would love to work for you. Would love to help you out. I do emails. I sent them an audit. I sent them a pop up example, and I sent them one email example. And they said, yeah, let's do it. Appreciate, reaching out, et cetera, et cetera. I got them results after a month. And then I went back to them and just basically held a conversation saying, hey, I generated, it was around like 20 something percent of extra revenue for them. And basically said, look, I want to try to apply more stuff for your business. Would love to have the conversation about, maybe putting me on a retainer or some sort of split rev share where, the results that I generate for you, I get a percentage as well. And, we had a conversation and then that put me on a monthly retainer with them, right? So ask yourself this: would you rather wait months to land a paying client, right? Or work for free for a few weeks, a month or two to prove yourself and also get paid potentially afterwards, right? You got to build the momentum, right? And the reality is your network is your biggest asset in this, right? So basically being able to leverage that network to build a skill and create the case study, the testimonial, and then further proof of the results that you can generate is the whole game, right? So, what else could you do in terms of networking, right? Connect with brands and people you want to work with, right? Let's say you love dogs, right? You have a dog and you you buy them toys, food, products, everything, right? Reach out to those pet brands, right? Reach out to those brands, start conversations with them, engage with their content, give feedback, show that you really care, right? And this is important because you're a customer, right? They know that you're a customer based on they could look up your name, maybe, right? Or you just showcase proof of like, hey, look, this is my dog with your product. Look at this. Like we love it, right? But also the most important thing is you understand their audience's pain point, right? Because why? You're their audience. You're their customer, right? So you don't have to target these big brands, right? Sometimes it is harder with this approach with the big brands because they have full marketing teams and you name it, right? But I would focus on maybe the small and growing companies that need help. And usually it's easier from my experience to get in the door with them, right? So how do we do that, right? Offer value first, right? Instead of pitching your services right away, just offer something up front, right? Kind of like what I did, right? I gave value up front. I did an audit of their emails, their welcome flow, their pop-ups, and then basically created everything for them and just sent it out to them, right? So you can do a quick website or email audit, right? You can suggest content ideas that they can implement. Just give honest, viable feedback, right? Just show that you care and that you want them to be successful, right? That's very important. And then usually from there can lead to conversations, and then you get your foot in the door, right? And like I said, it's probably going to start out for free, and I suggest you start out for free, right? But it might be something small too, right? It might be, hey, we need you to write maybe 2 or 3 emails for me, right? Or can you optimize my landing page copy or my website copy, right? Or can you manage my social media posts or do engagement for me, right? Basically, you get yourself or you get your foot in the door, right? You start out small, but then you start providing results. You give them, you know, proof to show them, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm helping you out, right? And then basically, usually is room for growth, right? So sometimes that's all you need is just that quick little opportunity to put yourself in, get your foot in the door, hold that conversation, generate those results, and then finally just kind of grow and just, they give you an inch, take a mile, right? Go extra, go overboard. And when I mean go overboard, means by delivering great results, delivering great service, and doing some extra stuff, right? And that could be, hey, I want you to create 5 emails for me. Create 8, right? Create 9, create 10, you know, give them different angles to test out, right? Be willing to do the work, put in the hard work, and show that you care about them, you care about their brand, you care about the success that this is going to create, and that will eventually, or most importantly, they will see that, and that will help you create a bigger or better relationship with the brand. So, if you can take one thing from this video, it's basically this: like, don't go chasing these types of credentials and everything. Just focus on chasing the results, but also chasing on creating honest and valuable and great relationships with these brands, right? But the faster you can get proof of your skills, the faster you'll grow. So please go out there, create these opportunities, have conversations, and just don't wait for them to come to you, please. Like, waiting around, no one's gonna come, right? So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit subscribe, like the video, drop a comment below. Let me know what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now. Would love to. I reply to every comment. Would love to help you out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.